Someone was asking me the other days, because I deal with a good amount of celebrities, why certain celebrities, make a lot of wrong decisions. And the thing that I don't think the general public understands is once these people get to that celebrity status and they have all these yes people around them and they think they can do no wrong, and even the worst decisions that they make, they're still being rewarded for it. It's very hard to break through to them to tell them the truth or tell them this is not a good idea. This is not what you should be doing. And I start thinking about that, and a lot of the celebrities that I deal with, I've kind of broken through that facade, and I can talk to them, and they treat me like family, and I just tell them my honest opinion, and they listen. Now, listening is one thing, acting on it is another. I remember there's a few things I remember when I had to deal with Night Shyamalan, and he wanted to look at the movie theater in Nazareth, Narberth, Pennsylvania, that he used to go to as a little kid. And the studio designer, which was Pilsner Schustel, Marty or Martin, I forgot what, but one of the guys, him, and then there was another guy that worked for Studio 4, and they got together and they wanted me to come along. So I went to the theater, and we, Knight was there, and he met with me, and he had an assistant, I think, there. So it was only like, I think, four of us. So we looked at the theater, and it was beautiful old theater. And he was telling us, his idea was to put, a mixing console in the middle of the theater and take out a bunch of seats. And when he was mixing for a movie, he would use that theater to mix in. And when he wasn't mixing for the movie, the console would, either go into the ground and have a cover on it, or put some kind of cover on it that, people couldn't. And I just thought it wasn't really a well thought out idea. And, we went out to lunch after that. And I remember Knight was, asking everybody at the table. It was, like I said, only four of us. What do you think? And well, the designer, of course, is going, "Oh, this is a fantastic idea." And then, the guy from the studios go, "Oh my, that's great. We were going to do great." And then Knight looked at me and said, "But what do you think?" And I was kind of quiet about it. I says, I just don't think it's a good idea at all. And he kind of stopped the other guys from talking, and he talked straight to me, and he says, "Tell me why you think it's the wrong idea." And I explained to him. I said, people have sodas and popcorn, and they're really not respecting the place, and you're gonna have that place as your workplace, and with you doing as much work as you're doing, I just think it's not good as a studio. It's not good as a theater. So it's not good either way. I think the best thing is keep it one or the other, permanently. And he listened to me about that, and later on he bought a horse farm, and he took the second floor of the barn and made the screening room in there. He had a projector, and then he had the mixing room. He put everything in there. I've done a story on him if you guys want to look it up and see all the pictures. But that was one thing. I remember also sitting down with Tom Kiefer from Cinderella. I was at his house, and we were talking about him touring, and he was telling me, I think it was Guns N' Roses, they were flying to every gig, and he was telling me they're going to burn through their money faster than they're making their money. And he says, we're using the tour buses, which is a grind, but we're keeping the majority of our money rather than paying, these airplanes. So he was thinking way ahead, because he was thinking this is not going to last forever. And, I need to put money aside to make sure things are okay. Where other guys, like this Guns N' Roses, are just burning through money. And the other thing you have to kind of take in consideration is when I was working with Boyz II Men, the term that I never heard before is people are whispering in their ear. And that meant say 10 people whispered in a celebrity's ear, the last person who whispered in his ear is the information he's going to kind of retain. And I got exposed to that work with Boyz II Men because there were so many people whispering in their ears of what they should be doing and how they should be doing things. And they would come to me with crazy ideas of what they were trying to do. I mean, that one crazy idea to redecorate the place and have all this design work. I mean, it was just painting it. I just thought it was crazy and a waste of money, but they thought it was a good idea. I go, all right, knock yourselves out. It's your money. But they would ask my opinion on a bunch of things, and I would tell them, this is what I think. It's a matter what you want to do. And I remember also what was that band? General Public. They had come to the studio, and they just had come out with their second record. And Ranking Roger, I was talking to him, and he had the CD, and we went out to my car, and me and him were just sitting listening to the song, and I was just giving him feedback, and he was just so interested in just hearing what I thought about the mixes that most people, they just kind of, you can tell they have that glazed eye look, but he wanted to know what I was thinking about different things. So I guess the bottom line about this is when somebody asks you, why didn't that celebrity be wise enough to, do the right things, is when you have too many people, and that's what celebrities do. They have a lot of these yes people around them. They know if they say no, they may lose their job, or they may not get access to the celebrity anymore. So they try to, not create any friction. I didn't care because I wasn't on their payroll. And even if I was, I'm telling them the truth. And what I always say, you need to sleep at night. I need to have a clear conscience. And I would tell them what I thought was going on. And hopefully that, got through to them. So that's a kind of the basis of this is why do they make bad choices? And there's, in a nutshell, why from my experience. So I hope you find this helpful.